Hello YouTube, Jumpy23 here with the final world of Sparks of Hope, Barrendale Mesa. Once again, I'll be rushing the story missions first. We start with the Desert Riptides, a mission whose objective is simply to defeat 5 Riptides. These are the final melee enemy Chunkster enemy, very similar to Wild Claws, but even bulkier, with a damage boost on the retaliation attacks and weak to shock. I'll be using a similar blueprint to my Darkness in the Cauldron clear here with a Hero Sight focused strategy. There's probably a one turn that uses Steely Stare, but Hero Sight's a bit simpler. Mario will need to crit 1 out of 2 to kill 4 of these Riptides at a 64% chance per Riptide. Again, he can afford 1 failure, making total COS 54%. I use Spark Energy to boost reliability, but if Mario gets his crits, it's not needed. Mario dashed this guy once before setting up his Hero Sight, otherwise I would need 2 crits on him. Riptides are so bulky that just 1 dash from Edge is not enough to put them in 1 crit range. The new map gimmick in Barrendale Mesa is these switches on the floor. Having a unit step on them will unblock pipe entrances. I'm sending Mario up this pipe just to be far away, so that Hero Sight won't accidentally proc when I use Glitter. Luigi pulls these 2 Riptides into range. One time the Scoper didn't follow when I did this, but usually it does. I'm not sure what the difference was with my positioning or whatever, but anyway, it's fine whether the Scoper comes or not. Like Mario did earlier, Luigi uses his dash to put this Riptide in 1 crit range. I have to line up Edge's dash carefully to hit only the Riptide, so that Hero Sight targets the right thing. This is the downside of Glitter, but the upside is that the Chain Lightning effect from Shock will put the other Riptide into 1 crit range. After 3 dashes, Edge has enough movement range to hit this last Riptide. This is actually a staircase boost from being able to reach the stairs above the pipe, which is very funny. She can't actually reach the stairs from the top because she'd have to go through a pipe. Anyway, Mario got no crits here, but we could afford 1 failure, so that's where we get to use it. Edge is out of dashes, but to handle the last Riptide, we have Luigi's normal attack. Edge sets that up right here, and Mario does not need any crits this time. The Desert Riptides is finished in 1 turn. The next story mission will be very similar. Instead of Riptides, we have to take out 5 Spell Raisers, which are frailer, so I won't even need crits. The map is big, but the Spell Raisers all start fairly near to us. Luigi using Vamp Astra here was a backup strat for bad luck. He never actually attacks in this clear. Anyway, Mario uses Zephyr Star because, of course, Spell Raisers are weak to Gust. These defeat 1 enemy type objectives are too easy in my opinion, because they let me focus on a single elemental weakness. Edge needs to team jump here so that she can drop off the ledge after dashing the Spell Raiser. It's not as tight as it looks though, because she gets +3 movement after the dash, of course. The spacing between these 2 platforms is really nice. Mario is able to hit this Spell Raiser with Hero Sight from across the gap, but if he moves back into the corner, he won't be able to anymore. This allows me to use Glitter without worrying about Hero Sight. Of course, if Mario had more range and I couldn't do this, I could just put him back through the pipe and then move him back over after the Glitter, but it's nice to save this few seconds of effort. So I get unlucky, and the Gust on this Riptide triggers Hero Sight. But I don't get too unlucky, and it only triggers Hero Sight once. I need Luigi combat if Hero Sight wastes both of its charges on the Riptide here. At this point, there's really not too much more to say about this clear. Mario and Luigi will use their dashes to trigger Hero Sight on the final two enemies, finishing Danger Keep Out in one turn.
Up you go. Here we go.
The next two story maps, which will finish out this video, are Survive and Defend maps respectively. Berendale Mesa has a really unfortunate infatuation with this objective. While other worlds have had 1 to 3 of these maps, Berendale Mesa has 5. This map introduces Magikoopas, who have an explosive effect on their attack, which makes cover somewhat ineffective at handling them. They also resist every element, and have the ability to buff nearby enemies' attack power. They're meant to be the toughest regular enemy in the game, and they are. However, this game just gives the player so many broken tools that even the toughest enemies in the game are not that tough. There's very little else to say about this map. This was the first time I had played it since my casual playthrough, and it'll probably show in the sloppiness of the clear, but I get through it because this game is really not that hard. The next map is a Foul Windmill Blows, and it's a bit more interesting. It's an 8-turn defend, similar to Nesting Instinct, but enemies come from 4 directions. However, it's too easy to defend the objective. The objective is 4 fan rotors with 3 HP each, 1 rotor per side where enemies can spawn, but you only lose if all 4 rotors are completely destroyed. If you could lose when only 1 rotor was destroyed, I think the map would be a lot better balanced. But that's not the world we live in, so both of these maps are trivial. I'll stop commentating for now. See you next time with some non-defend maps. Thanks for watching.
Move it.
The champion!
you go. Just did.
I was gonna read. All right. Oh yeah.
Ow. Please work.
Let's go. Hee-hee. Ha! Hoo! 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 Hee-hee. Whoop! Ha! Hoo! Hoo! Whoop! Yo! Ha! Ha! Woohoo!
Finally.
Woohoo! Yahoo! Yeah. Oh. Ha! Yes. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, hee hee. Ha. Hoo. Hmm. Ha ha. Hoo. Ha. All right. Okie dokie.
Yawn.
Yeah, yeah. Hey.
Yeesh.